musically inspired Muslim evening gown. Clem Lazaro owns several biggest ALF here in the Tampa Bay area. She's married to Roland Lazaro, who is the president or the supporter of the Tampa Sports Club. Here Clem is wearing a beautiful two-piece gown with a matching shawl, Muslim inspired, with intricate patches of black and gold. Mrs. Clem Lazaro. Now we present to you a husband and wife team. We give you Mr. and Mrs. Roy and Betty Covarrubias. This time we'll bring you a costume from down south, the island of Mindanao, here beautifully worn by Betty and Roy. Betty is wearing one of our typical Muslim outfits, which you can also see in Indonesia and Malaysia. It's called the kabaya, and she's wearing a matching veil that normally Muslim women wear after coming from Mecca, or when they go to the mosque, prayer mosque. The lower part and the skirt of Betty's dress is called the batik. Batik is a very unique art form of waxing the design and dyeing them in several times, and you come out with the most beautiful printed batik. Roy Covarrubias is wearing a typical African top, very Muslim inspired. And now to complete the family, let's give their daughter, Mary, and all their grandchildren wearing a beautiful Muslim inspired or authentic costume from Mindanao. Let's give the kids a round of applause. Look at these beautiful, these are authentic costumes from the island of Mindanao. And these are now the grandchildren of Roy and Beth and their lovely daughter, Mary Covarrubias, now married with 4 lovely children. The Philippines has 7,107 islands. Our biggest island is down south, the island of Mindanao, where to this day we still have about 2 million of our brother and sister Muslims still embracing Islam, never converted to Christianity. And we are very proud of them because they're very unique, they're very colorful, as you can see in this fashion show of the entire family. Let's give them a round of applause from Muslim Mindanao. Now we go to modern Manila. We present to you the chairman of the vendors committee as well as parking for PhilFest for the last 15 years, Mrs. Pilar Cummings. She's known to all of us as Larry Cummings. And Larry is wearing these beautiful lace trousers, lined, accented of course, with a red top. It's very elegant for cocktails or evening dress. For the top is made of the terno, the famous butterfly sleeves of the Filipina woman's national dress called the terno. Instead of a long dress, Larry is wearing it here in a modern outfit, very elegant for cocktail or evening dress in lace trousers. Mrs. Pilar Cummings, one of our first lovely models wearing this terno sleeve. Talking of the terno, we now give you Mrs. Cristina Omila. This time wearing the traditional terno of the Filipina woman. The terno is an evolution of the Maria Clara that was brought from Europe by the Spaniards. It was a ball gown that you saw in some of our dancers this afternoon. And the ball gown, because Philippines is so hot, the sleeves, the bell-shaped sleeves became shorter and shorter. And later on, it was stylized and became world-renowned, worn by our lovely Mrs. Imelda Marcos. It was known as the terno. From then on, it became the signature of the Philippine woman's elegance. Beautiful and elegant, this black and magenta terno from Cristina Omila. By the way, Cristina designs her own gowns. So ladies, if you want the terno you're seeing, approach her later, for she's one of a kind here in Tampa Bay doing all these beautiful ternos for your affairs. Another version of the terno, this is the rural look. We give you Christy Sadar in this metallic white fabric, very unique, with all these patches just hanging onto the sleeves and the gown, representing like a sarong, but it's all pieces of fabric, of metallic fabric in different rainbow colors. Another version of the terno. She's wearing a wooden bakya. What we call bakya is wooden slippers, hand-carved from the Philippines and crocheted. Miss Christy Sadar. More on the terno. Now we give you another Philippine Cultural Foundation supporter, officers, and member of the board, Mrs. Amy Estrada. This time Amy is wearing a terno. As you see, without the cut on the waist is a straight terno, complementing with her sleeves in a velvet black. And at the back is a deep back line draped through it. Very nice velvety fabric that is used there. Beautiful color, anion color. Mrs. Amy Estrada in another version of the Philippine national dress for women called the terno. And more on the terno, we have mother and daughter right here. Let's give them a round of applause. Mother wearing in black, beautiful velvet, representing Mrs. Bicol Association of Southern Florida, with her lovely daughter, this time in lace pink terno. So you see how elegant the Philippine dress is today, and accented by the butterfly sleeves, originally evolutionized by the Maria Clara from the bell-shaped sleeves. Since the Philippines is so hot, it became shorter and shorter, and eventually became the butterfly sleeve.
Why don't you sit on the shade?
And now we give you, representing the Ilocano, USA. Eventually the camisa evolved and the panuelo was removed because of the heat in Manila or the Philippines. Panuelo is only nice to wear in the evening. And so the panuelo went off and the butterfly sleeves came in. Now we have Marie Bartos representing Mrs. Papa this year, 2011. Marie Bartos is wearing a very, very simple Philippine dress. Now this particular cut is normally found in the rural areas of the Philippines. It is a straight cut dress, and on top you wear a kimona. A kimona is a round shaped fabric with a hole in the middle where the lady puts on the head. And normally it's a very flimsy fabric. But here as an evening gown, our lovely lady and model from Papag is wearing it with glitters and beads, the kimona. The kimona can be worn with anything underneath. You can wear a black dress, you can wear a black top with black trousers. You can wear anything with it and put the kimona on top, and it's beautiful, elegant, and lovely. Thank you, and now we give you another camisa with a terno top. As we give you Mrs. Christy Santos, representing the Filipino-American Association of Tampa Bay this year for 2011. Now take note. As you can see, Christy is wearing now a combination of the camisa and the terno. Why is that? Because the sleeves is the butterfly sleeves, and yet the blouse is two-piece like a camisa. But take note, in 1521, the Spaniards brought a beautiful embroidery from Italy and Belgium, and they also brought to us all the embroidery from Spain. And later, the Filipinos, and genius that they are, they came up with the best embroidery makers of Asia. Here, this is wearing a very heavily embroidered camisa there. Now we Irene is representing the newest organization that has joined the Philippine Cultural Foundation, the Filipino-American Social Club. Irene is wearing here very simple satin silk
inspired by Muslim Philippine, and yet the series is inspired from camisa. There's no sound on the phone. Can you hear me? Nothing.
They cannot hear the phone. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, but they can. It was off. Sorry about that. And now we give you Mrs. Abby Loretto Hamilton. Abby Hamilton is a member of the Philippine Performing Arts Dance Company, but she's wearing a two-piece evening gown, beautifully designed by a Filipino designer from the city of Davao. This is designed by Alfonso Boy Ginoo, one of the Philippine staff designer from Mindanao. Here Abigail is wearing a Muslim-inspired glittering evening dress, a ball gown basically, beautiful for the Sampaguita ball, all heavily embroidered or applique in gold, magenta lining. Abigail Loretto Hamilton, with matching jewelry in magenta, orange, and yellow. That's her evening gown. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we bring you the Barrido family. Mom in the middle, Emma Barrido, in black, and she's wearing another version of the camisa, here in black and white. And Emma is joined by her two lovely daughters, who are also dancers in the Philippine Performing Arts. April Barrido, in a mocha gown, and Melissa Barrido in a beautiful baby pink terno. April Barrido is wearing a two-piece evening gown, Muslim-inspired, very nice, shoulder drop. Mom being traditional camisa terno, and Melissa in a baby pink, heavily beaded terno with a butterfly sleeve. Let's give a round of applause to mother and daughter. Another lovely version of the camisa terno. Our next model is Mercy Brannigan from the Filipino-American Chamber of Commerce. She's representing them this year for the Mrs. PhilFest. And here she's wearing a combination of heavily beaded and embroidered camisa. Again, the camisa, because it's two-piece, terno is normally one piece. Here camisa because it's more. This is the new trend now coming out in the Philippines. The combination of the camisa and the terno. It has the butterfly sleeve and yet it's two-piece like the camisa. So ladies, take note. If you want the transition of this gown, all you have to do is remove the skirt. Put a black velvet skirt underneath and wear the top fabulous. Or wear a beautiful black evening trousers. Now we give you back Mary Wu, the daughter of Eddie Roy Covarrubias, and she's representing the Sports Club of Tampa Bay. Mary Covarrubias Wu wearing beautiful red terno, accented by heavy hand beads done in the Philippines. And after bringing you Mary Wu, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause. The current, the Mrs. PhilFest 2001, Mrs. Edna Ramos, who represented Ilocano, USA in the year 2001. Here now, Mrs. Edna Ramos is wearing one of the latest fashion in the Philippines of the camisa. You see now how the sleeves have done shorter, bell-shaped sleeve. It went shorter, it's not the terno sleeve, and it's very comfortable. It's two-piece, that's why it's called the camisa. But take note of this particular beautiful canary yellow gown, heavily beaded and embroidered. Modeled to us by Mrs. PhilFest 2001, Mrs. Edna Ramos, who is a board member of the Philippine Cultural Foundation and the lovely wife of Hector Greto Ramos. have Mrs. Merlin Lewis wearing the beautiful blue metallic silk terno. Watch as she turns the drape at the back and the accent of a blue of this lovely terno. Very simple and yet accented with blue beads and silver and pearls. Our Mrs. PhilFest again representing Ilocano, USA in 2002. Here, Merlin, look at the accent at the back of the drape of a chiffon blue rose to accent the evening gown. The Mrs. PhilFest is not a beauty competition, but it is a competition of all the organizations under the Philippine Cultural Foundation. What we do every year is we try to sell advance tickets, raffle tickets, something in a bowl, and whoever or whichever organization sells the most tickets, their representative gets crowned as the Mrs. PhilFest. Now, it's not a beauty contest, it's not a money contest, but it's all fundraising, and now we present to you Mrs. PhilFest 2004. Wearing this beautiful beige terno, heavily glittered and embroidered. Mrs. Merle Watrama, here wearing a one-piece terno. Now you know this is the terno. When you see it in two-piece, it's a camisa. Another version. Heavily laced, embroidered, beads, little pearls there. Fabulous, fabulous. Mrs. PhilFest, believe it or not, that year, it was again Ilocano, USA, who had the most funds solicited for the Philippine Performing Arts Dance Company. And now we give you Mrs. PhilFest, I can't read the year.
2005.
2005. Mrs. PhilFest 2005 here is represented in beautiful tonal green, different shades of green. Now, the gown I'm looking carefully is made of pusi. Pusi is a very unique fabric only found in the Philippines, normally made into the Barong Tagalog of the Filipinos. But here it has been dyed in green. And husi is made of banana and pineapple silk fibers. So ladies, take note, and gentlemen, if you have a barong, don't put it in the washing machine. You'll get a banana out of it. Okay? It's beautiful, beautiful. Mrs. PhilFest 2005. And now we give you Mrs. PhilFest 2006, none other than our very own First Lady, the wife of the current chairman, Mrs. Angie Kakulitan. Madam Angie is modeling here a beautiful red evening. It's a veil. It's an veil fabric, Madam Angie is telling me. This unique fabric is woven in Ilocos, if I'm not mistaken. Woven in Ilocos. Like the Visayas, the Hablon, the Abel is from Ilocos region. It's a very thick fabric, beautifully embroidered, and here accented with silver threads. Angie Kakulitan, our Mrs. PhilFest 2005. And here she's also carrying, as an accent, her abanico, which was introduced to us by Spain in the 15th century. Now we have the lovely daughter of June and Tess Reyes, and it's Miss PhilFest.
2008.
Sorry about that. I'm trying to think of everybody's name. That version of the terno there is made of pusi, hand embroidery. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we give you this lovely Maricris long top. Mrs. PhilFest 2010. Now take note, Maricris is wearing a beautiful version of the camisa terno, two-piece, barong Tagalog, hand embroidered, banana and pineapple silk fiber stuff, with a beautiful lining embroidered with pearl beads, but the bottom black silk taffeta fabric. Maricris Lonto represented Ilocano, USA for 2010, and also was one of Philippines' top models before she came to Tampa and got married with one of the local Tampa people, son of Jojo Lonto. And now we present to you the director of the fashion show herself, Mrs. Curioso. Let's give her a round of applause. Bing is wearing here a traditional Maria Clara, where most of the gowns you saw was inspired. This gown was done by Alfonso Boydinoco of Davao City. This is the traditional Maria Clara. Do you see now the beautiful bell-shaped sleeves? How it became shorter and shorter and shorter, flatter and flatter and flatter, and Mrs. Marcos made it so popular. Became the terno, for here are the lovely winners of Mrs. PhilFest for the different years. We have Miss and Mrs. PhilFest. There were years where we have. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them all a round of applause. They are all representing, or they represent Ilocano, USA. From our director, Mrs. Bing Curioso, Mrs. PhilFest 2001, Mrs. PhilFest 2002, 2004, 2005, 2006, 2008, and finally, I love the Mrs. PhilFest, the current one, 2010, Mrs. Maricris Lonto. Let's give them all a round of applause.